You want to know?
That I want to know?
Before we practice?
As long as you're guiding and helping me to meditate, I think I'll be okay.
Okay, that's good. You said that as long as I'm helping you to meditate. What is your expectation from meditation, Sarah?
I guess just to relax.
Relax. You're not relaxed?
I'm the teacher. Tomorrow's the first day of school, so as ready as I feel I am, there's always anxiety before the first day.
Always anxiety?
Each year, yes.
You're a teacher.
Yeah. So every September it's like this.
I'm also a teacher.
True. Very true.
And I've been teaching almost for the last 33 years.
Wow.
To army officers, to diplomats, ambassadors, to engineers, technocrats, conducting basically specialized programs on stress management where the meditation is an integral part. Yes, in the first 2 years I had little anxiety, but after that I can give anxiety to people. Welcome, my friend, come on.
How you doing?
Hello.
Fine, how are you?
Good.
Hi.
We never met before.
No.
I'm
So, you are?
John.
John.
What's your name?
I am Acharya.
A chariot?
Yes.
A chariot?
Acharya.
Chariot.
Yes.
John.
My full name is Acharya Girish, but Acharya has a title given to me by my Himalayan master.
Oh.
And you are?
Jackie.
Jackie. Janet. That's good. So you opened up a very good topic, Sarah. So teacher. And teacher and meditation. It's a very important relationship. Mary, 6,000 years, come on, said, so what we do in 60 minutes? That I will brief and then I will start, we will talk a while, and we will do the practice, we will share our experiences, so you are free to share, and don't be humble to me. Tell me exactly what you experience. Yeah, sometimes we are humble, okay, this old guy, don't hurt him, everything is good. No. Why no? Because the more you tell me about your experiences, I can help you progress, whether it is positive or negative. If it is negative, then I will explain to you that why you could not move into that meditative state. And if it is positive, then I will also explain to you what are the other experiences ahead. I'm that kind of a teacher, sir. Any question, my friend? Jackie, Janet, Sarah, generally I invite a question, obviously related to meditation, not related to any politics and other things. That is my area. What is your expectation, Jackie?
What is my expectation?
I have one.
You have one? Come on, you tell me, please.
First, I want to know if I can sit in a chair.
Not only you can sit on the chair, but you can do the practice of meditation while lying down. Let me know which one you prefer.
I do the chair.
You can bring the chair, my friend.
Okay. And then I was thinking maybe some lecture and then some meditation.
Yes, some brief talk. I give brief talk for 5 to 7 minutes. Then we go for long meditation. Then you share your experiences, good, bad, high, low. Then my final comments.
Okay.
So, Jackie, what is your expectation, my friend?
I don't know if I have one.
I like you.
I don't know if I have
I like you and I love you. You know why?
No. Because I'm lovable.
That is one. But this statement that we don't have any expectation is one of the basic fundamentals of meditation. The moment the mind drops all the expectations, you can easily transcend the mind. I conduct at least 3 places in a group, and especially on Saturdays, Sundays in English Town, I have a large group, and many people say, "No, I don't have any expectation." Then why you are here? We should be very rational to ourselves. That helps us to drop the lower consciousness guided by the anxiety, duality, and a conflict. But anyhow, let me come to directly. We have almost everyone is new. What is meditation? What we are going to do today? How we are going to do today? And then we will do it. Right? Meditation. Many names. Mindfulness is also meditation, is another name of meditation. Simple definition of meditation from the ancient text, it says you transcend the mind. One definition. Another definition, dhyanam nirvishayam mana. I think we are not serious. Keep smiling, You should not be... You are not a teacher now, so you should keep smiling, sir. So another definition, it says, dhyanam nirvishayam mana. The emptiness of the mind is meditation. But when there are no contents in the mind also ceases to exist. That is the biggest puzzle we solve in meditation. But then what happens if all the contents are not present? Any content is not present in the mind, then what happens? Can I give you a glimpse practically? Look at me. Look at me, maintain your awareness, and don't allow your mind to bring any thought about this guy. So there is no content, there is a simply looking. You know what happens? You cannot even, your mind doesn't identify whether I'm male or female. That is the content of the mind. So you don't allow the mind to bring in any content, it remains empty. So a simple look helps you to move into a pure state of awareness. And that pure state of awareness, bypassing the content of the mind, is meditation. Then why should we achieve this? Why should we empty the mind? No, we have many things to do through the mind. Go home, honey, I love you. No, I hate you. No, a lot of things, I'm just telling you one aspect. Janet, where's the smile? Yes, don't worry. So, you see that? What happens? Then there is another tradition of another couple of minutes, another text which says the mind is the cause of the problem, mind is the cause of freedom. If you know how to move the mind consciously into meditation, it brings the freedom from stress and suffering. I ask I request you to keep a smile on the face. Jackie, where your mind has gone? You're here with me?
I think so.
Okay, you think so. The moment there is a change of gestures and expressions on your face, it is due to the contents in the mind. So, I'm a keen observer for the last 33 years. Not only to myself, but to the one I teach. So, starting emptiness of the mind becomes transparent. What happens when it becomes transparent? What is the use? What? Why do you make the mind transparent?
See clearly.
Huh?
You can see clearly.
I appreciate you. That is a good answer, that you see clearly. Not only you see clearly, but you also see your true nature, your essential nature, without mind. And what is your essential nature? That is the goal of meditation. What is your essential nature? What is our essential nature?
Love, happiness.
He is a master. Thank you being my student. He is right. What we say, the meditation aims at awakening to real self. And that real self is of the nature of peace, happiness, truth, wisdom, love. Don't complain to any person outside or someone outside, "Oh, you don't love me." Ask yourself, are you awakened to the love? You are a meditator. You live, move and act in peace and happiness? You are a meditator. Not that you have been practicing for 30 years without any result. Having a big face and I'm very serious. That is not meditation at all. It's a flowering, it's a blossoming. Traditionally, there is a passive meditation, there is an active meditation, there is a dynamic meditation. And this is the sequence we should follow. We start with a passive meditation practice that offers you a minimum interference from the mind that causes the stress. The active meditation, as you progress from the passive meditation, the active meditation helps you to drop the impressions that causes you the anxiety, the stress, the duality and the suffering. It's a journey. If you claim that, "Oh, today I have done with this beer guy, he talks too much, he doesn't give us meditation, I'm not coming tomorrow." But before you don't come tomorrow, next time you give me the reason why you are not coming. And 99% the reason is your unconscious mind that is causing the trouble. It's a journey. That's how I learned from the Himalayan master. For more than 26 years, I never left that guy. I said, "I'm going to chase you until I see that you and me are essentially one." What we are going to do. I call this a Shanti meditation. I design and develop, but I strictly adhere to the fundamentals of the 6,000 years old tradition. Shanti means peace, awakening to the inner peace. And you can also say it is a mindfulness meditation. We follow 5 steps. The basic fundamental of all meditation is moving mind, moving within, living within, awakening within. Today is the first session, that's why I'm talking and briefing little fundamentals, and every week I will open up one fundamental. Going within, living within, awakening within. If you know this consciously, if you can do this consciously, forget about any teacher, including this guy who is sitting in front of you. Why? You'll close your eyes. You're moving within, you're living within, you're awakening within. you are already into meditative state. What we are going to do, a glimpse of it. I gave that glimpse last week to Mary. There is a storm outside. What we do, we rush inside, we close the door. We don't make any effort for calmness inside the home. Calmness already exists. Am I right? Am I right? If I'm not right, you all four should immediately disagree. I would love that. Why? Because I feel that helps me to stimulate your mind ultimately to go deeper into the meditation. I won't mind, even if you criticize, you drop, you reject me. But you constantly learn. So think of it. There is a storm outside, you rush inside, close the door and you sit. You don't create calmness. Calmness is already there. Second, you don't fight with the storm. Do you fight with the storm? No. Why you fight with the thoughts that causes you the anxiety, Sarah? We have not to fight with the storm. That is the real way of meditation. That is what we are going to learn. Last thing, we are not going to do anything. And still we are going to do something. The practice is in between a practice and a non-practice. There is a practice, there is a step, but still it is a non-practice. And that is how the meditation is understood as the highest practice of meditation that moves between the practice and a non-practice. Any question?
What you say?
Any question? No? Let us start.
It's always closed eyes, or you can open your eyes. It's always.
If you can move your mind within with eyes open, no problem. But if you cannot move your mind with eyes open, preferably it is better to do the practice with eyes closed. In the beginning, let the time come when the mind does not go out through your eyes. You can do the practice with eyes open. And what you are going to see, only the beer guy. Better to keep your eyes closed. You may see a lot of other things. Lie down. Lie down. So we do it while lying down. Why? To experience the meditative state first before we start doing while sitting. Close your eyes, my friends. Close your eyes. Adjust and align your body. You're lying on the back. Pick up the cushion you want to keep under your neck. I have no problem. I give you total freedom. Did you close your eyes gently or are you squeezing your eyes? Check. Become aware. Awareness and attention is the key. So you listen to simple phrases in the form of the instructions, and then you will understand how easy it is. So we prepare ourselves for meditation. There are 3 steps to the preparation. Being comfortable, being carefree, and being casual. Being comfortable, what it means, you bring your awareness or the mind to the neck joint, adjust and align. Bring your mind to the shoulder joints. The moment the mind picks up any kind of discomfort, you have a freedom to move, align, and adjust. And if it is comfortable, then you need not to do it deliberately. Elbows Just in a line. Your hands, your wrist joint, knees, ankle joints. Recheck that your toes are hanging on the sides. Don't hold them. Don't hold your fingers too. And you are comfortable. Again, take your mind to the entire body, from the top of the head to the toes, and you are comfortable. Now see, there is a relationship between the stillness in the body and being comfortable. When you are comfortable, your mind doesn't move the body. But if it moves, just gently, just become aware that you were not comfortable. Now being carefree is another preparatory step. Being carefree means what? Free from all the cares. Who cares? The mind cares. How the mind cares? With your subconscious thought, past memory, images, duality, conflict, stress, and the suffering. It never asks you to become carefree when you are happy. So what we should do by being carefree? It simply means practically let the thought come and go. How? You hear the noise of the traffic and your mind by default leaves. Let the sound come and go. I'm doing meditation. Same thing. Let the thought come and go. I'm doing meditation. Third preparation, my friends, is being casual. Recheck. You are comfortable. It means you don't move your body at all. I'll tell you, it has got a higher level of importance in all the meditation practices. Second is being carefree. Third is being casual, means you are natural. You just came casually into my session and I ask you, you follow the instructions casually and naturally. We understood that going within or moving within is the first step. And that we do in 2 steps in Shanti meditation. We become aware of outside. We become aware of the body. And then we go within. In the 3rd step, we engage the mind to live within. And in the 5th step would be an awakening. Look at the head and the neck mentally. You move the mind on the head and the neck, but you do not move. You are not thinking. You move the mind on the head and the neck. Feel not only the head and the neck, but the space around. No change in the rate and the rhythm. Mind, the subconscious mind will create a lot of excuses. It wants to move, it will stretch, it will scratch. But if you maintain an awareness, all these symptoms will disappear. Move the mind on the right arm. From the fingers to the shoulder. Feel the right arm in the space all around the right arm. We are preparing to go within. Move the mind on the left arm and the space all around the left arm. It is a fact that there is a space around the left arm. It is a fact that there is a left arm. You become aware through feeling the sensation. But the moment you move the body, the mind becomes active, you lose that step of passive meditation. Just become aware. Move the mind on the rib cage, from the shoulder to the last rib, and become aware of the space all around the rib cage. So the two things, the space and the sensation. Belly in the front and the lower spine at the back, all around. Move the mind on it and the space all around. If you are fully aware, then you understand practically what I'm saying. What I'm saying, move the mind. I'm not saying you move. And if you are aware of this difference, nobody can ever prevent you to move into a deeper state today. Move the mind on the right leg. So what happens if the mind brings in the past memory, even if it moves a little? Don't worry. Instantly become aware. Move the mind on the right leg and the space all around the right leg. There is a space. You know the thinking mind, what the thinking mind will do? Thinking mind will move the right leg, and then in order to understand the space, no, then you are away from meditation practice. That is the key. Move the mind on the left leg. The mind moves on the left leg, maybe from the toes to the waist. And then move the mind again on the left leg, becoming aware of the space all around. I'm practically helping you to realize what I talked in the middle, that if there is a storm, you rush, move inside and close. That's what we are going to do. And then we will check our experience. So move the mind on the entire body, from the top of the head to the toes, and the space all around. You experience an intense awareness of the body and the space. Move the mind on the body and the space. Now the second step, we move towards the door as we see the storm to move inside. So look at the head and the neck and the space all around. And move the mind from the space to the skin of the head and the neck. What happens? You experience the intense sensation in the head and the neck and the stillness. What we experience when we are in the storm outside, we see there is a door and there is a stillness in the home. Then only we move. That is what we are experiencing here. The body is the home to our true nature. The mind goes to the right arm, and the space all around. You recall the previous experience, and from there we move to the second step. What is the second step? You move your mind from the space to the skin of the right arm, as if the mind is touching the right arm from the fingers to the shoulder. You don't move. The mind drops on the right arm, and you will discover the intense sensation there. Be with it. And inside the sensation, you experience the stillness. In this passive meditation, which appears very simple, but it challenges your mind that constantly moves into the stress and anxiety in a very passive way. Don't worry, you may undergo a variety of experiences, tingling, numbness, freezing of the body, vision, colors. Just be with me, my friends. Left arm, the space all around the left arm, you recall the experience, and then move to the second step, move the mind from the space to the skin of the left arm. And awaken to an experience of the sensation and the stillness. The mind moves on the rib cage. Recall that experience of the space in the rib cage. And then the mind moves from the space to the rib cage, as if the mind is touching every cell of the rib cage. And that you may experience the bubbling of the sensation and the stillness. I'll explain in the following session how come without doing anything we awaken to these sensations that also freezes the body, sinking feeling comes, or even levitation feeling comes. Then the belly and the lower spine, recall the experience of the first step, the space, and move the mind from the space to the belly and the lower, and let it touch. Mind touches gently. You know what happens? You awaken to an experience of sensation and stillness. My instructions changes in every session. Why? To help you progress faster. Today's instruction, I keep it going on to prevent the influx of the thought. That is why unbroken instructions are there. The time may come I may speak hardly 5 phrases. Right leg and the space all around the right leg. You are aware fully, you know it consciously. Now move the mind from the space to the skin of the right leg. If I say you move from the space where the storm is to the door, that is what I'm saying. You know it, you have done it. Physically, we are doing it mentally. You experience the sensation and the stillness. The mind goes to the left leg and the space all around. Move the mind from the space to the skin of the left leg. and awaken to the sensation and the stillness. A lot of things to be understood that you learn progressively. Every step we have one conscious experience in this meditation practice. And every conscious experience takes your mind deeper. Now the third step, I'll also tell you the names of these steps in the following sessions. At present, I'm more concerned that we move our mind within together to that state of meditation. Look again the head and the neck. What is your experience? Recall the space, sensation, stillness. In that state, look inside the head and the neck. Don't think. Simply see inside the head and the neck. What you may awaken to the emptiness or a dark space, or you may awaken to some sensation inside the head and the neck. There is also a sensation outside that confirms the stillness, and when you awaken to the sensation inside the head and the neck, that is an indication of calmness, and the space within indicates quietness. Did I not tell you, you move inside your home from the storm? The calmness exists. You don't create it. The right arm, now outside and inside. What is outside? The space. Become aware. Sensation. Awareness on outside and the stillness. Now look inside the right arm. If I say move the mind inside the right arm, be there. Just be there. Awakening takes place in the state of doing nothing. You are there, you experience maybe a freezing of the body, variety of experiences returns. Move the mind on the left arm, outside, space, sensation, stillness. Then move the mind inside the left arm. Be there. As you moved inside the studio, you were there and you saw me. That's what I'm asking you to do. When you are there inside, you may awaken to the sensation outside and inside simultaneously. You are sure there. That is how I conduct the meditation program, that we are equal participants. Nothing mystical. Look at the rib cage outside. Space, sensation, stillness. Look inside the heart and be there. Just be there. Don't start thinking. How you can be there? If I say, have you seen the tiger? Without thinking, you will say yes. Are you there inside the heart? Non-verbally, your mind confirms yes. And if you are there, you awaken to the space and the sensation within. You are with me, my friends. The belly, outside, space, sensation, and the stillness. That were the experiences of the first two steps. Don't worry even if there is a numbness in the body. It is good. It is an indication the mind is withdrawing inside. Look inside the belly. Be there. Just be there inside the belly. I know you will say, I had a lot of thoughts. Oh, you have a lot of noises of the traffic coming from outside. You are not complaining. Let the thought be there. You continue your practice, please. You are with me. Right leg outside. What is outside? Space, sensation, and stillness. Inside the right leg. Be there inside the right leg in the space and sensation inside. They are indicative of calmness and quietness. Left leg outside the space, sensation and the stillness. Be there inside the left leg. You experience calmness and quietness. The entire body from outside, the space is there. Sensation in the body is there as a conscious experience. Stillness is there. As you see the stillness of the door in the home, then only you can rush inside. How can you move inside if the door is in the home is constantly moving in the store? And then move the mind inside from the top of the head to the toes. Be inside the body. Be there. I'm not asking you to do anything. Just be there. And when you are there, there is a simultaneous awareness of the space outside and inside too. The sensation on the skin outside and inside too. You're with me. And there is a conscious experience of the stillness, calmness, and quietness. We're moving to the fourth step. Fourth step is to engage the mind to live within. How? From inside you look at the breath. There is a three-pointed awareness of the breath. First point of awareness of the breath. You are looking the moving breath. In the state of stillness, calmness, and quietness. Second point of awareness. You feel the sensation of the breath when it goes in and comes out. Third point of awareness. You are aware that you are not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. I told you, the practice is in between practice and a non-practice. Don't worry even if the numbness and the tingling comes. They indicate the mind is withdrawing deep within. That is why the teacher is required. You move into a new experience. The teacher helps you to understand, awakens you. You are aware of the breath, three-pointed awareness, no change in the rate and the rhythm. Breath goes in, you feel the sensation. Breath comes out, you feel the sensation of the breath. We all know when the breath, you are aware of the breath going in, you feel the sensation. The breath comes out naturally. Before you feel the sensation, the mind takes you away to a second thought, to a feeling, to an image, to something else. What should we do? Let us have the fourth point of awareness. What is that? The moment the breath goes in, you feel the sensation, mentally drop in one. The moment the breath comes out, you feel the sensation, out one. But remember, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Now the four-pointed awareness of the breath. Continue, please. 1 to 25. When you complete, you start again. But there are a couple of things to understand, to keep the mind living within. The moment you miss the counting because the thought comes, forgetfulness comes, you hear me, you become aware that you've forgotten the counting, you start again from 1. Second, the mind falls into unconscious sleep. You hear me, you become aware, counting again from 1. But you are counting in the state of stillness, sensation in the body, and calmness and quietness inside. That helps you to keep the mind living within. You are counting the breath in the state of sensation and the stillness in the body from outside, with a conscious experience of the calmness and the quietness inside. Thought comes, it takes your mind away, you may forget the counting, and return again, counting of the breath. Now stop the counting, continue to be aware of the breath. The moment the breath goes in, just look at any point on the forehead. Don't focus. I'm not asking you to focus. It is like I ask you, have you seen the tiger? You'll say instantly yes. Same thing. Breath goes in, you see any point on the forehead. The breath comes out, you see the same point on the forehead. Why? The entire mind drops into that point. So today we are going slowly. It is the 5th step. You need not to imagine, think, visualize. Casual. Breath goes in. Look at a point on the forehead, the breath comes out. Look at a point on the forehead, that's all. Now doing nothing. Remember, my friends, doing nothing means you are actually doing nothing. You are awakened to the inner consciousness or the depth by an experience of some sense of emptiness, the deepest layer. Then you may be aware of the thought on the surface, but emptiness remains. Then you are also aware of the breath moving in and out. Then you are also aware of the sensation, the stillness in the body. You are also aware of the space all around. You are aware of me and the noises coming from outside. You see the different layers of awareness, a sense of in-depth awareness in you is the state of doing nothing, where you are an observer, you are a seer. You are already into a mindfulness state. I will chant 3 times, and that is the most important part of the meditation. At the moment of experiencing that deeper consciousness, this chanting takes you to a different level. And then we return in a specific way. Don't return in a habitual. You have to listen to those instructions too. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind, your awareness on the right hand, but don't move. Simply bring your mind to the right hand and check the conscious experience. You start feeling the sensation very clearly. That was the whole instruction I gave you. Bring the mind to the left hand. Now raise both your palms, your hands up, put it on your eyes, cover both your eyes with both your palms. Inside the palms, open the eyes. Now ask yourself, what happened? What is your experience? What were the challenges? and the issues that we will share, our experiences. Bring the hands down gently, and you may sit up now to share your experiences. Now it is all your turn to speak. And the host is Mary. How are you?
I was having a harder time this week blocking out all the other stuff going on. And I found that when we had to count, I had to count on my fingers to keep in order. And I don't know why that was so important to me, that it I didn't want to lose track of where I was. Whereas I suppose if I just got out of order, most it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal.
You see, that's why I ask you to share your experiences. First thing, you said that it is very difficult for you to drive all the thoughts away, to control your mind.
I had a harder time this week than last week.
Did I give any instruction to control your mind? Your thinker mind entered into the practice of meditation. Yeah. It destroyed it. Did I ever give you the instruction to control your thoughts before you move in?
No, not really.
Not really?
No.
So what happens the moment the mind begins thinking? What should I do? I should continue to do the practice.
Yeah. Well,
you see, now...
got to the counting part, I did better.
Counting, yes. Counting part better because during that period, your mind was already inside. Remember, please, that's why one should progress in every session. That's what takes, sometimes the mind causes thousands of the problems. That's how I learned from my master. Because it brings you totally a new experience. And I can understand, Mary, you are a wonderful writer. So the thinker mind has to be there. But not in meditation. Don't worry, I'm not in meditation. And that is the key. Second thing, I told you, have you seen the tiger? You say instantly yes. You don't say to me, wait, let me imagine, think. No, now I know. No. Mind is heavily conditioned to think, and the meditation is not to think. This brain comes spontaneously. That's what I have been learning and teaching 33 years. Did you understand? So that's why one explains their experiences and we all learn. Sir, you too.
In the beginning, I had a hard time, I kept hearing, I don't know if I was physically hearing you saying or remembering you saying, that if you think of something, just, think it and then forget it, or I can't remember the wording.
Yeah.
And I did eventually get that, I would say, I don't know, a couple minutes in, and then I was very, very relaxed.
Wonderful.
I felt like my arms, levitate a little bit.
Yes.
Just my arms, though. And I was very, very relaxed. During the counting part, I think that's where I stopped being so relaxed, because I was trying to keep counting, and then I noticed that I was only counting, I was counting my breaths, and I was counting in a rhythm, and I was getting myself all confused. And then I also had trouble because my hips kept hurting, so I kept on switching positions, so I think I should put more mats on.
Put more mat, yes, simple.
Yeah.
couple of things to understand so that next time if it happens the way the Sarah has explained, then you can use these experiences to progress. That's why we share the experiences, not because of me. Not because, you appreciate me. No, don't appreciate. Never do it. You be with yourself. That is the most important goal in all meditation. She was relaxed, and later she was less relaxed at the time of counting the breath. What it takes me to count you all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. What it takes me. If the thinker comes from behind, it changes the rate of the breath that I was watching, that your breath rate changes. So what happens? Your subconscious mind controlled the breath. 1. Outward. That was the problem. The counting was not a problem. So you have to leave the breath flow naturally. Put the breath on cruise. Let it run. This mind wants to hold on to everything and still it doesn't get anything. The problem with the mind is this. The mind wants to control everything. In this world, mind knows everything, but except one thing. What is that one thing? Mind doesn't know itself. That is where the meditation comes. But it's a good experience in the first. Jackie, yours turn now.
My body felt so
Relaxed?
no.
Tense?
I don't even can't explain the word. Tight,
Tight? That's good.
heavy.
That's good.
I resisted the urge to move, which it did pass, and that's when I resisted the urge to move. It kept getting heavier and just.
It's a wonderful experience. That is what happens, Jackie, that meditation always brings a new experiences where the teacher is required, because you enter into a new state of the consciousness. So I will explain you later what it exactly means. In this meditation, sometime the body will freeze down, it becomes like a rock, it begins sinking. Sometime to other people, you may start feeling as if it is rising up, it becomes light. So they both indicate the degree and the quality of the mind at that moment. At that moment. So it is good whether you extremely feel extreme heaviness or extreme lightness. Even though I explained it a couple of times, please be with any experiences that you have. It is wonderful. And second thing, I appreciate that you took over the resistance of the mind to move the body. You did not, and that brought this result. One of the greatest masters in the 7th century said, Asina Sambhavat, be seated. So now it is comfortable for me. I can sit for 4 hours in this posture. I conduct intensive meditation program for 7 or 8 hours at one go. And I sit so comfortably. Be seated. It is all because of the inner state that moves to the body. And that is what happened. That's really good. My friend, Jen, how are you?
John, it was, I was heavy and it felt good, and then I started to get a lot of pain in here. So I resisted, but then I moved a little, and then I would not move and resist that.
Yeah, you move the body after in the middle many a times.
Yeah, then the pain got very intense.
Yeah, yeah,
And here, so I need a prop next.
yeah. You know, this mind, we are not crazy. Our mind is crazy. We never have any anxiety, stress, or suffering. It is the mind that claims that you have stress and a pain and a suffering. You know why? To give one example, that the mind doesn't allow you to sit in any position or a posture for more than 5 to 10 minutes. Mind is the culprit. Mind is the culprit, not the body. If someone comes and says, I got your name,
John.
John. If someone comes and says, you will get $1 million if you don't move your body for an hour, you will forget the pain. You will surely forget the pain, because I cannot say I don't have it. But if the Bill Gates comes and says, John, don't move, what happens to the pain? The pain disappears. It is the mind that causes. In meditation, we need to explore this. Mary.
Yeah.
We need to explore that this pain comes when mind identifies with it. You don't allow it to move the way it wants to move into unconsciousness. When you don't allow it, what is happening? The mind wants to go out. You are pulling the mind inside, goes in and out, and then there is a point of resistance where the pain appears. You did nothing. We didn't do the breathing. We didn't stretch. So consider this pain as an issue of the mind. And once you continue, I know that you can transcend that pain. Am I so serious? I'm not so serious, my friends. That is how we conduct the session. We have a talk, we practice, we share. You are totally open. You should be open to share your experiences so that I know the next session, I can take care of that. I change the instructions. Meditation, the 5 steps will remain the same, and then I change. I extend 1 step little more. Why? That will help you. I may drop the counting. It all depends, and that's how you grow and progress. With these words, thank you very much for tolerating me.
And what do we do all week?
That's what I asked last week.
Right thing.
Exactly what I asked last week.
First, remember, be comfortable. Ask yourself consciously while lying down how you can be comfortable at the physical level. Second, the first step you take. The first step, I call it dharana, or confining the territory of the mind on the body. So pick up the major parts of the body, you are comfortable, with eyes closed, and then let the mind move from John to the head and the neck. The mind hears the noise. Okay, bring the mind on the right arm. Mind of John hears Jackie. First bring it on the left arm. First I have to do this. Then I will talk to her. So do this repeatedly, at least 3 or 4 times, until you begin feeling the sensation. Second step. And third, you start counting the breath. Let me know what happens to you. AYT. Would you remember AYT at outlook.com?
At what?
At outlook.com.
Outlook.
.com.
EYT.
AYT. Authentic Yoga Tradition. AYT.
AYT.
Mary asked, you also asked me what to do next week. That's why I gave you the email. You do it. Whatever you experience, send the email to me. Then only I will know that you have asked me and you're doing it. Okay?
That's fair enough.
That's fair. Thank you very much for tolerating me for such a long time. You are all good people. Continue to tolerate.
Thank you.
Thank you.